Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this video. Today we're continuing this series of the story of Iron Health and how this was built. So last video we talked about what happened in college and grad school. This one we're going to talk about the specifics of that process, the initial starting phase of the process of how Iron Health got started. So right out of grad school, I took my first job and I was in Connecticut working for someone in an orthopedic outpatient clinic. Always knew I wanted to do that. Always knew from the beginning I always wanted to open a business too, right? That's always been on the top of my radar. But when I was working for someone, I knew that this was just a means to an end, honestly. Like I knew I was gonna eventually have to move on from this place. I enjoyed the place thoroughly, learned a lot. Spent about a year there getting my understandings of how orthopedics works and really harnessing my skills. And after I left that place, I went to another place and I was also there for about a year. In this place, I just wasn't happy. That's one thing that I want to note. Like I just was miserable. I wasn't myself. I wasn't who I knew I was supposed to be. And that really contributed to like, okay, what's next? How am I gonna build this process of starting my own business? So after spending a year at that place, I was like, I'm doing this, screw it. I'm gonna jump off the deep end and see what happens. I found a job working at a nursing home to make sure that I can support myself with food. I can eat and pay rent. You know, those were the two basic things that I had to hit. And in the process there, I found a space, or a small 2x4 space, and I rented that from a personal trainer. I had a table in the corner, and literally that's where I did all my PT, and that's how I started to build it, and slowly started to build. It was such a learning experience there, where literally I was in a personal training studio, and it wasn't the best environment for a PT clinic, but I knew that it was gonna pop off from there because I knew what we were gonna deliver was gonna be like what no one else has. So slowly in the process, I would say 6 months to 7 months, I was like, you know what, I gotta just find my own space. So I took these baby steps, found my own space. I was like, let's do this. We started to build out Iron Health in Briarcliff. That was 1.0 version. And then here we are now, 4 clinics later, continuing to grow. But it's just these steps in this process. So really that's the main origin story there. We can dive into more specifics. I will tell more stories about each clinic on its own and the process as they started to open. I think the Briarcliff one's an interesting one. I have a ton of stories there. But this is the overlying, really origin story of Iron Health. So if you like that, let us know, share, comment. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.